Welcome to www.happynumbers.org. Today's lesson, solving algebraic equations using multiple operations or multiple steps. So far we've been working with equations and solving them using just one step. But now we're going to work with a little more complex equations and we'll have to use multiple steps. However, our reasoning is exactly the same. We must always get our unknown or our variable alone on this side and our numbers on the other side. Well, let's see. We have two different. We have a -7 here, and then we have 2 times x. Let's deal with the -7. We know what to do here. So I have 2x. We'll put +7. We'll add +7 to this side. And if we add +7 to this side, we have to add +7 to this side. So we'll get 2x. Now we know that if I add opposites, they cancel out. So that goes away. So I get 2x equals 19 plus 7 would be 26. So in the first step, I got rid of the -7. Now I have to get rid of this number 2. Well, I know that the relationship here is multiplication, and I know that I can use the inverse or opposite relationship, which is division. So I'll divide by 2, and if I divide this side by 2, I have to divide this side by 2. These cancel out, and then I get x equals 26 divided by 2, which is 13. 13. Let's go back to our initial equation. 2 times x minus 7 equals 19. And let's substitute 13 for x. 2 times 13 minus 7 equals 19. Well, 2 times 13 is 26 minus 7 equals 19. And 26 minus 7 is 19, so 19 equals 19. So our answer is correct. Okay, let's just take a quick review here. We had 2 times x minus 7 equals 19. Step 1 was to get rid of the 7. So we added 7 to both sides. We got 2x, this went away, equals 26. And then we used the inverse or opposite relationship of multiplication to get rid of the 2. And we got x equals 13. Excellent. So the process, although it's multiple steps, is very simple, and especially if you follow along and do it in a linear fashion and writing each step down. Let's take a look at this problem. Y divided by 4 plus 6 equals 32. Well, okay, this again is a multiple step. First step I want to do is get rid of the 6. Well, this is a positive, so I know if I add the opposite, that'll go away. And so now I have y divided by 4, and this cancels out, equals 32 minus 6 would give me 26. Okay, now I have y divided by 4, and I need to get rid of this 4 so I can have y by itself. Since this is division, I can multiply by 4, or 4 over 1, same thing, and then I have to multiply this by 4. This cancels out, and then I'll get y equals 26 times 4. 4 times 6, 24, carry the 2. 4 times 2 is 8, and 2 is 10. Equals 104. So again, step number 1, I use the opposite or inverse of addition. I added the opposite, a -6, and I had to add a -6 there. Then I had division, and I used multiplication to get rid of it, and I had to multiply here by 4. But let's give you some problems here and see. Put a couple up. Actually, I'll just put one up at a time because I need more room when we're doing the explanations here. So let's take this problem. 3x plus 11 equals 20. Put your DVD or video on pause, work this problem, and then turn it back on again and we'll take a look. Okay, let's see. 3 times x plus 11 equals 20. I have to isolate my unknown or my variable on one side and all my numbers on the other. I'm going to deal with the 11 first. Since this is a positive 11, I'll add the opposite, which is negative 11, and then I must do the same here. And I wind up with 3x, this goes away, equals 20 minus 11 is 9. Now I need to eliminate the 3. This is multiplication, so I can use the inverse or opposite relationship, which is division. Divide by 3, divide by 3. This goes away. X equals 9 divided by 3, which is 3. Let's go back to our initial equation. 3 times x, well, we're saying x is 3. So 3 times 3 plus 11 equals 20. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 11 equals 20. 9 plus 11 is 20, equals 20. So our answer that x is equal to 3 is correct. Put another one up for you. Again, although these are multiple step solutions, they are fairly simple if we just follow what we know. Let's try this one. 4 times w minus 8 equals 24. Put your video or DVD on pause and let's work this problem. All right, let's take a look. 4 times w minus 8 equals 24. I'm going to deal with this here. And so I'm going to add the opposite, which is a positive 8. And so I have to do the same thing over here. So I get 4w, and this cancels out. If I combine a negative 8 and a positive 8, I get 0 or nothing. So 4 times w equals 24 plus 8, which is 32. Now, I need to eliminate the 4, and this is multiplication. So if I use the opposite or inverse, and divide by 4, and then divide by 4, the 4's go away, and I get w equals 32 divided by 4, which is 8. If we go back to our initial equation, let's do it here. 4 times w, we're saying w is 8, so 4 times 8 minus 8 equals 24. Well, 4 times 8 is 32 minus 8 equals 24. 32 minus 8 is 24, and 24 does equal 24. So our answer of w equals 8 is correct. Well, excellent. Excellent. So let's multiple step equations. Let's put one up just for fun. 2y minus 4 plus 5 equals, oh, I'm just going to make this up, 10. Well, we could, first of all, we just take these one step at a time. We could combine a positive 4 and a positive 4, and we get 2y. Whoop, my time is up. we'd get 2y, and this would go away, plus 5 equals 10 plus 4 is 14. Now I have a positive 5, so I would use the opposite, negative 5, and I have to use negative 5 here. And I would get 2y, and then this would go away, equals 14 minus 4, which is equal to 9. And then I have multiplication here, and so I would divide and divide, and I would wind up with y equals 9 divided by 2, which would be 4 1/2. But the process is exactly the same. Take it one step at a time. Well, that's solving algebraic equations using multiple steps or multiple operations. Thank you.